It's your boy AJ back with another freaking video, and today I'm here with a College Hill episode 3 review. Now, if you haven't seen my first 2 reviews, it will be a playlist should pop up and it'll be at the end of this video. But let's roll the intro so we can get directly on into the review because I am a little late. So the episode opens up with everybody eating, and they finally discovered that Ray J has tipped out. Now, Ray J said that he was going to Atlanta, but then it was LA. He sounded like he was going everywhere, girl. So Ray J tipped out. They finally realized that Ray J is gone. Now, Ray J, I don't know why he keep leaving, girl, because every freaking season he tips off. Now, next scene is Jocelyn and Parker. They're actually making up and becoming friends again, girl. Jocelyn is asking her, like, you know, I thought you was being messy with the woo. Parker's like, no, you know, I've seen you on TV, so I really didn't know how to approach you. And girl, Parker is getting real scary. She's scary and she's trying to make peace with Jocelyn, and I'm like, okay, make your peace, girl, make your peace. Now the next scene, they all gather up to go to school, girl, and when I tell you I skipped past that scene, it was so long. And I love Black history, I love being informed about, you know, what happened, but baby, it was too emotional, it was too long, it was just too everything. So I had to skip it, girl. I just skipped on through it because it started getting a little too long for me, girl. So I skipped right on through. Now back at the house, Teyana Taylor's husband comes home, and you know, that's Big Lips. Back at the house, Big Lips finally come. You know, he tipped out. He wanted somebody to take notes for him while they was in class. So he finally gets back to the crib, girl, and looking wonderful, amazing. But he finally get there, right? So the rule is anybody that leaves the house must get pranked. So he's the first person to come back that left the house. So Jocelyn and Quay says, okay, we're gonna prank him, and they go full out, girl. They're arguing, they're going back and forth, and he's goofed and gagged. He's talking about something he thought him leaving the house, you know, by the time he get back, things will be settled, things will be cool. But now he sees he can't even leave the house anymore because they acting a fool. And girl, when I tell you, when Jocelyn threw that water on Quay, I was on the floor because I'm like, oh, she's into it. Tiffany over there trying to hold her giggle in, trying to not chuckle and mess up the good key.
You know what? Hey, hold on. No, I'm good.
And in the middle of, you know, between Jocelyn and Quay, girl, Big Lips then jump trying to figure out, like, what's going on and break them up. Now, Jocelyn hurry up and tells him, like, oh, it's just a prank. It's just a prank. And they all, you know, kiki and having a nasty old key. Now, it's time to prank Ray J, but he is still not there. So, Atheist Amber decides to call Ray J. So, Atheist Amber FaceTimes Ray J. And, girl, he looks like he in somebody's limousine with his shirt off, living the best life out there in Hollywood, Beverly Hills, girl. So, he got his shirt off, and Atheist Amber is telling him, like, oh, you won't believe it, Jocelyn and Parker just fought. And you know, messy ass Ray J, girl, he has to ask, like, who won? I'm like, girl, you won a shirt, put it on. What is you doing? Like, where are you at, and why are you cruising for a bruising with your shirt off?
Jocelyn and Parker fought. Right when I leave, who won?
So they end up doing homework after that, and they end up having to present, like, what they did the previous night the next morning in class. Now, like I said, I really won't be discussing the class scenes because some of them be a little boring, but if something pop off, I'm gonna discuss them. But you know, they basically discussing what they did last night and the homework and the assignment that they had. Now after that, Quay, Parker, and Tiffany end up signing up for dancing class, and girl, when I tell you, Parker thought she was like the star of the show, girl, sitting there dancing like Ashley Everett all over the place. Girl, she thought she was the star of the show, but Parker, you're not the star of the show, girl. She thought she was just doing her big when they got her in the front of the classroom, and I'm looking at her like, girl, please. Now the next day, Ray J finally comes back, and it's time to go to class. So they go to acting class, and Ray J is totally not into acting class. He's talking about he's an actor, he's been acting for X amount, and he's been on this amount of series and sitcoms, and he's never needed an acting coach and da. So he's very, like, disrespectful to the teacher, girl. He's laid out over, falling asleep, could have been snoring, girl, for all I know.
Teach me something that I've already advanced from is pedaling back.
And the teacher's like, it's not giving that. Now Ray J is laid out sleep, girl, in the middle of, you know, them trying to get Ray J up. Atheist Amber talks about the only day she ever felt special, and the only day she felt like, you know, herself was Halloween because she could dress up as other people. What are you talking about? Then she starts crying, bitch. Girl, say them tears. Say them tears.
I haven't been happy in years. The one time a year where I'm actually happy is Halloween. Halloween was the one day of the year where I could be somebody else.
That's okay. It's okay, baby.
What are you doing, Atheist Amber? She's crying, she's booing. I'm looking at her like, get somebody else to believe it, because I'm not believing it. But she's making the whole, she's really tapping into her acting bag. She's tapping into her acting bag in acting class, and she's crying about not ever fitting in and just being, girl, she's talking about some, she ain't never been happy, she ain't been happy in forever. It's because you ain't got Jesus on your side, girl. You gotta get in that Bible. Walking around so proudly about not loving Jesus and not making jokes. It's because you need to be in that Bible, girl. girl. Get in that Bible. When she started talking about how her life is not, I was all I was saying. I was like, girl, get in that Bible. Get in that Bible. Get in that relationship with Jesus. Even if you don't even want to pray, girl, start talking to Jesus, girl. Even if you don't want to read the Bible, girl, just start talking to Jesus. Because this is a mess. So, once again, I'm over it. But after that, you know, it's Atheist Amber's birthday, so they want to do a grand old party for her. Now, they deck it all out. They decorate the house after school, and they do all of this. Now, they're partying, and they're living their best life, right? Out of nowhere, Joseline Hernandez's husband pop up. Now, he pops up, and Joseline is making out at the door, girl. They're making out at the door. And everybody is in the house, of course, talking about, I guess, how this was a very known thing, because they're like, oh, you know, Joseline's going to get some tonight. And I'm thinking, Joseline is getting some in this College Hill house where all of these cameras in every room is crazy. There's no way. There's no way I could have did it. But girl, they talk about Joseline getting her some tonight. I'm like, well, I guess she getting her some tonight. But getting drilled out on BET Plus's cameras is crazy. Now this party ends up lasting until 4 a.m. girl, and they had to be up the next morning at 7. So the next morning, girl, Ray J is laid out sleep. Tiffany is talking about some her temperature feels funny. I'm looking at Tiffany like, girl, please.
My temperature feels weird.
Jocelyn talking about so she needs to catch up on some sleep. Maybe she'll feel better.
If I could catch up on some sleep, I could do better. Yeah.
But when I tell you, I'm just speechless. Everybody's excuses was coming out of their behind. Now, Atheist Amber tries to wake up Ray J, but Ray J's like, you know, I'm not waking up. So the rest of the people gather up and head to school. So while the other people are at school and, you know, doing their big one at school, Ray J is at home eating Chick-fil-A. Jocelyn is marching around with a box of pizza. Tiffany is in and out of the restroom, and I am crying. Now that is much really where the episode ends, you guys. They was in class for the rest of the episode, but it's not much to discuss and, you know, go into detail about. But I will see y'all next week for episode 4. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're new, okay? Share the video if you found it a key. And also go down in my description box, and if you want to join my membership, it got 2 different tiers. Girl, come on over here and be a messy bottom and get all the exclusive tea. Anyways, you guys, I'll see y'all very, very soon. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Bye.